Hello, this is just a shorter stream idea, and it was a hard one to want to talk about or use examples for. But I was going through some stuff. I'll just kind of go up and here. But I was talking about why I still watch Dream. I saw this video. I was like, what the hell was going on? And I noticed a pattern when I watch all these manhunt videos. There's so many of them. I kind of wish I could do this sort of thing, but I feel like it is getting kind of stale. And a lot of people like this are like just trying to make it bigger by having more hunters each time, or to like it's the equivalent of having, Dream be chased by other dreams essentially, where they're all pretty much equally as good. And there's no discredit to these people or the people who do challenges like this. Dream, though, does come up with a more uh, unique ideas. And what drives me back to his is not only is he doing stuff like the swap uh, person hunt. My friend Dave actually brought up something with Deadwater Gaming. You'll probably see here in a bit where like they swap between players, except this one's more blind with the thing he's doing. But there are friends groups I do like watching videos from, like this guy. There are some unique videos, and then you got a swap or the Titan thing. Eventually, some of these people might take their ideas. He is essentially the one that kind of started this. And then you got stuff like, as we go down here, you can say, he brings up Little Aggie. I don't entirely know what he's referring to, though. I'd have to find it, or he'd have to find it. I brought up this idea of the 2 players, 1 controller from Game for Games. And then I brought up this was a good example of an idea that's not really new, as it's borrowed from like the equivalent of Gmod Prop Hunt, but it has a memorable friend group. When I watch Dream and his cast of friends, I remember his friend group. They have distinguishable voices. They have personality. I shouldn't say that there isn't that here, but a lot of the people start to blend together, and I think it doesn't help when you have so many people. I think that Dream would have eventually amounted to doing this kind of stuff if they didn't. But I'm glad he went the directions he does, because he's at least changing it up, and he's like, okay, other people are already trying my ideas. I'm behind, so I'm just gonna try different ideas that aren't just the same thing, but with more and more hunters each time. And I feel like the videos start to get too long and dragged out, as well as you don't have as many opportunities for really cool or unique things like the most he did in this video that I saw, at least, besides the freaking lava falls, which what the frick was that? Was the snow golem like jump that he did, or like a snow golem trap jump that he ends up doing to get to these islands far from in the end area. But while it does get crazy, it seems Dave sent another message. Uh, I feel like going to stuff like this and such is where it starts to get a little more unique. And once again, okay, 2 players, 1 controller. Uh, how old is this? Because I'm pretty sure I love Little Aggie. No, stop, stop. Why is it lag? 2 years ago. Okay, so he sent a 2-year video. I sent a 9-year-old video. Um, year old gay horror games was 9 years ago. Yeah, but uh, he's like the originator of the idea. They're just the ones that go bigger and better. I guess kind of better because uh, they're really good players. They're honestly probably 100 times better than Dream. But Dream and his friend group is unique. They have unique ideas, they have unique personalities, and they have very distinguishable personality, voices, and such. I know what Bad Boy Halo is like, what he thinks, what he's going to do. He's kind of like the brains of the group, and then I know what George is like, how he likes to play. I know who Sapnap is like, how he likes to play. Their voices are very distinguishable. I know who each of them are. They have a good personality, humor, and such. Where a lot, like, if you asked me, could I tell you what these guys' roles and such were? Even though I've watched a ton of their videos and I do love them, I don't think I could entirely tell you that because they're adding so many people, it starts to kind of blend together, and I think it's starting to lose that charm and focus that the other videos had. So I'm glad that they're doing videos like that, and I'll still watch them, and I'm sure there's tons of people who will. I'm not trying to discredit or say that, but if there is something, if there is some reasons why I go back to Dream, and I know Dream's had the different situations where people, where he had that situation where one of his speed runs were messed, like, I think it was an accident when I think about it. Um, when I guess there was a mod or something on when he was trying to do a speed run and he was like kicked out or whatever for that, or whatever was going on there. I don't remember the entirety of the situation, but I feel like at the time I was like, that doesn't feel like it was his fault. It felt more like he forgot to frickin' uninstall a mod, and he just made it a bad choice or a very human uh, thing, accident at the time. And yeah, let's see what else he sent here. No, I love Little Aggies videos. Um, but yeah, I think the most fun here's I'll add this to my this stream as well. My favorite video games to watch people play. I think Minecraft has become one of those. I love. It has to. It depends on the idea though. Like, uh, you need a really solid idea. Otherwise, you have me, for example, just try to survive. The reason I do it is because I just want to play. I just want to have some fun. I feel like I just want to play some Minecraft. I like the idea of starting a brand new world and just, playing it like normal. Um, there's only certain games I could see myself getting truly dedicated that maybe I'd get to this level, but I most of the time I want to just have fun um, with the games that I play. But maybe I should learn some games much bigger and better just so I can get to a level of why people would probably want to watch me for something. But once again, I think personality is a very important thing. You don't necessarily need distinguishable voices, but it helps. um, but yeah, I think that's about what I want to say on this. I just think there's really cool ideas that uh, they are at least pushing forward with. There's also the Titan idea that Dream has been doing too. I also love watching people play Dark Souls, and it depends on GTA who I like to watch because I like to watch those videos where somebody pretends to be a serial killer in GTA and try to cover the tracks or do like a role-playing server thing. There's sometimes where that's really good and sometimes where it's like dragged out too much and boring. But I recommend videos like this nonetheless, all these videos essentially. And I'll be watching them on my off time. I just thought that was an interesting idea to throw at you guys in this short little stream and see what you think. Well, who's your favorite YouTuber to watch? Who's your favorite Minecraft player? Um, I bet even if like Technoblade, for example, if he was still around, RIP, he would have had all sorts of cool ideas. He would have probably even built up as so much better a player. He would have been really interesting to see in stuff like Manhunts. Um, yeah, but I'm not trying to discredit anybody. I'm just saying this is why I like to watch this stuff and go back to it, and why I find it interesting, or why I return to it as much as I do. I really shouldn't have wrote this much, and it's not supposed to have like proper grammar and stuff. I did technically rush what I was saying here, but I did still think about what I was saying when doing this. It's rushed, but still thought out. Um, but yeah, that's about just like Moist Critical would say. That's about it. See ya. But do you have an awesome day? Thank you for watching. Let me know what subject or idea you would think would be interesting for me to talk about. I always kind of have to come up with these, or the situation of what I want to talk about, as well as I want to do. Like I talked about, I'm kind of a channel that so, like I fall behind on things a lot, whether it's with the games. I'm also disorganized, sadly, and I need to get back to like my read-alongs, especially like the comic book stuff, all that. I need to get to that. I need to organize my stuff better, all that kind of crap. But that's being human. I'm a dumbass. I will never not admit to that. Does that is that right? Is that how you word that? But, but I hope you